बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज की वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे एमसीक्यूज फ्रॉम द चैप्टर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एज आई सी इट। और इस वीडियो को हमने दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया हस्ब रिवायत। पहले पार्ट में हम बात करेंगे ओवरऑल एमसीक्यूज की जो इस चैप्टर से हैं, और फिर लेटर पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे 20 ईयर्स के एमसीक्यूज की, जो कि 10 ईयर्स साइंस के पेपर्स में और 10 ईयर्स कॉमर्स के पेपर्स में पूछे गए हैं एमसीक्यूज इस चैप्टर से रिलेटेड। तो ये वीडियो बहुत हेल्पफुल होने वाली है, ना सिर्फ साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बल्कि कॉमर्स, आर्ट्स, होम इकोनॉमिक्स और मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी के स्टूडेंट्स सबके लिए ये वीडियो इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट होगी। एंड तक देखिएगा क्योंकि एंड में हमने पास्ट पेपर्स को भी डिस्कस करना है। लेट्स स्टार्ट द एमसीक्यूज विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले। The article "The World as I See It" was written by Newton, Albert Einstein, Graham Bell. None of these. Albert Einstein was born in 1871, 1872, 1879, 1879 again. Albert Einstein was born in an atheist family, Muslim family, Jewish family, Hindu family. Einstein is generally regarded as the founder of modern physics, the inventor of atomic bomb, mathematical physicist, the bone of contention. आपको पता है आपको काम किस तरह से करना है। आप इस वीडियो को पॉज करेंगे, अपने आंसर्स को नोटबुक में कॉपी करेंगे, उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके आप अपने आंसर्स को टैली करेंगे। सो हियर आर द करेक्ट आंसर्स। पहले का आंसर है एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन, सेकंड का है 1879, थर्ड का है जूइश फैमिली और फोर्थ का है फाउंडर ऑफ मॉडर्न फिजिक्स। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि तमाम तर पोएम्स के एमसीक्यूज यूं ही देख सकें अलोंग विद द पास्ट पेपर्स, तो आपके स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पे जो आई बटन शो हो रहा है उसे क्लिक करके आप प्लेलिस्ट देख सकते हैं तमाम 11 पोएम्स की जो कि सेकेंड ईयर की हैं। Einstein stated something which transformed scientists' notion of time and space. It was theory of revolution, theory of reaction, theory of relativity, theory of radioactivity. Belief in the practicability was largely produced by his famous equation stating that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, was related to energy, was related to mass, was related to velocity. For some time, he taught at Zurich mathematics, physics, religion and sociology, mathematical physics. Albert Einstein settled in America in 1940, 1942, 1941, and 1943. Pause the video. Write down your answers in a notebook and then resume the video in order to tally and check your answers. So here are the correct answers. 5 का है theory of relativity, 6 का है was related to mass, 7 का है mathematical physics और 8 का है 1941. Albert Einstein was awarded a Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921, 1922, 1923, 1924. According to Einstein, every human being is here in the world for long stay, short and comfortable time, short stay, luxurious and less strenuous life. According to Einstein, human beings do not know the actual reason for the stay in the world, gravitational force, the mystery of the sun, heat and light. According to Einstein, from the point of view of daily life, we exist for discovering the world, making this world a happier place, our fellow beings, making his life happier. Pause the video, write down your answers in a notebook, and then resume the video so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. 9 is 1921, 10 is short stay, 11 is the stay in the world, 12 is our fellow beings. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप नॉवल द प्रिजन ऑफ ज़ेंडा के भी एमसीक्यूज देख सकें तो आपके स्क्रीन के टॉप राइट पे जो आई बटन है उसे क्लिक करके आप नॉवल के भी एमसीक्यूज देख सकते हैं, प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं। Einstein was strongly drawn to luxurious life, short and comfortable life, simple life, long and lasting stay. Einstein was often oppressed by the feeling that he was engrossing an unnecessary amount of comforts, luxuries, the labor of his fellow being, short and comfortable life. Einstein regarded class differences as contrary to humanity, moral and religious values, justice, social and political views. Einstein considered that there is one thing that is good for everybody physically and mentally, and that is lavish living, comfortable living, plain living, strenuous and complicated living. Pause the video, write down your answers in a notebook, and then resume the video so that you can check out your answers. And here are the correct ones. 13 is simple life, 14 is the labor of his fellow being, 15 is justice, and 16 is plain living. Einstein was definitely a disbeliever in the philosophical sense regarding religious freedom, human freedom, freedom of expression, political freedom. According to Einstein, every human being acts not only under external compulsion, but also in accordance with outer necessities, others' dictation, inner necessities, inner conflicts. A man can do as he will, but not will as he will, is a quotation of Schopenhauer, Socrates, Saadia Gaon. None of these. Schopenhauer was a philosopher of Russia, America, Germany, France. आप अपनी वीडियो को पॉज करें और अपने आंसर्स को एक जगह पर लिख लें, उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके अपने आंसर्स को चेक कर लें. Here are the correct answers. 17 का है human freedom, 18 का है inner necessities, 19 का है Schopenhauer और 20 का है Germany. Schopenhauer is saying that a man can do as he will, but not will as he will, had been an inspiration to Einstein and a continual consolation and unfailing wellspring of patience in the face of the hardships of scientific researches, in making life comfortable, of life in making life peaceful. From an objective point of view, to inquire after the meaning or object of one's own existence or of creation generally has always seemed to Einstein rational, natural, absurd, normal. The ideals that had lighted Einstein on his way and time after time gave him new courage to life, to face life cheerfully, have been beauty, mystery, truth, goodness, and beauty, wealth, and peerage. Pause the video, then write down your answers in a notebook, and then resume the video so that you can check your answers. Here are the correct ones. 21 is of life, 22 is absurd, and 23 is truth, goodness, and beauty. To Einstein, without the sense of fellowship with men of like mind, of preoccupation with the objective, the eternally unattainable in the field of art and scientific research, life would have seemed dull, colorless, empty, full of charms. To Einstein, the ordinary objects of human endeavor, property, outward success, luxury, had always seemed mean and contemptible, troublesome, contemptible, comfortable. I gang my own gait means I have my own gait. I have my own gang. I run my own gang. I go in my own way. Pause the video so that you can check, you can write down your answers, you can guess your answers, and then resume the video so that you can tally your answers. So here are the correct ones. 24 is empty, and 25 is mean and contemptible, and 26 is I go on my way. To his country, his home, his friends, or even his immediate family with his whole heart, Einstein always loved, never left, had never belonged. None of these. Einstein had never lost an obstinate sense of love, hatred, management, detachment. Einstein's feeling that increased with the years is of the need of solitude, the need of love, the need of family, the need of luxurious life. According to Einstein, with one's fellow creature, one is sharply conscious of the limits of the possibility of tolerance, hatred, mutual understanding, mutual agreement. Pause the video, write in your answers in a notebook, and then resume the video so that you can check out your answers. And here are the correct ones. 27 is had never belonged. 28 is detachment. 29 is the need of solitude. And 30 is mutual understanding. Einstein's political ideas, that of autocracy, theocracy, democracy, bureaucracy. Because of Einstein's political idea, he thinks that every individual should be given education, trained, political, respected. Since Einstein is the recipient of excessive admiration and respect from his fellows, he thinks it is an luck, coincidence, irony of fate, blessing, According to Einstein, the reason for the excessive admiration of him might be the desire to know the one or two political ideas of him, reasons of his fame, social and religious ideas of him, scientific ideas of him. Pause the video, write down your answers, then resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. 31 is democracy, 32 is respected, 33 is irony of fate, and 34 is scientific ideas of him. 35 है, according to Einstein, it is necessary that one man should do the thinking and directing in general, bear the responsibility for any complex undertaking, experienced undertaker, compound undertaking, simple undertaking. According to Einstein, an autocratic system is the system of people, kings, army, coercion. Autocratic means people, dictatorial, army, coercion. According to Einstein, an autocratic system of coercion easily establishes, firmly establishes, soon degenerates, none of them. Pause the video and write down your answers in a notebook and then resume your video so that you can check out your answers. And here are the correct ones. 35 is complex undertaking, 36 is coercion, 37 is dictatorial, and 38 is soon degenerates. Coercion means cooperation, coordination, comprehension, oppression. According to Einstein, the more valuable thing in American political system is freedom of expression, civil liberty, extensive provision for the individual, freedom of religion. According to Einstein, the really valuable thing in the pageant of human life seems to him not an individual, rather a state, an artist, rather a scientist, as the state, but the creative, sentient individual, none of them. To Einstein, war seems destructive, horrible, mean and contemptible, useless and cruel. Pause the video, write down your answers, and then resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. 39 is oppression. 40 is extensive provision for the individual. 41 is the state, but the creative, sentient individual. 42 is to Einstein, war seems mean and contemptible. Einstein named war dangerous business, profitable business, cruel business, abominable business. According to Einstein, the threat of war would have disappeared long ago had the sound sense of the nations not been corrupted by the lust of conquest, the sense of glory, commercial and political interest, the lust of conquest. According to Einstein, the sense of war is corrupted through electronic media, the schools and the press, only radio broadcasting, television transmission. According to Einstein, the first thing that one experiences is bravery, patriotism, mystery, and history. Pause the video, write down your answers, and resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. 43 is abominable business, 44 is commercial and political interest, 45 is the schools and the press, and 46 is mystery. According to Einstein, the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science is curiosity, sensation, mystery, bravery. According to Einstein, the fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science is curiosity, sensation, mystery, and bravery. It's been repeated. According to Einstein, a person who does not know mystery and can no longer wonder, no longer feel amazement is as good as dead air and creativity, science, arts, and a snuffed out candle. Pause the video, write down your answers, and then resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the answers. 47 is mystery, 48 is mystery, and 49 is a snuffed out candle. According to Einstein, religion is the knowledge of the existence of something we can't penetrate, of the manifestations of the profoundest reasons and the most radiant beauty, which are only accessible to our reasons in their real form, ambiguous form, most elementary form, secondary form. According to Einstein, mystery is the knowledge and the emotion that constitute the truly fake attitude, sluggish attitude, religious attitude, none of these. आप अपनी वीडियो को पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख लीजिए, नोट डाउन कर लीजिए, और उसके बाद फिर इसे रिज्यूम करके इसे जरूर चेक कर लें। Here are the answers. 50 क्या है मोस्ट एलिमेंट्री फॉर्म, और 51 क्या है रिलीजियस एटीट्यूड। अब हम अपनी वीडियो के सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट में जा रहे हैं, जिसमें हम पास पेपर्स को डिस्कस करेंगे, लेकिन उससे पहले आपकी स्क्रीन पर कुछ और इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें आ रही हैं, एंड दे आर द फॉर्मेलिटीज रिलेटेड टू यूट्यूब वीडियोस, एंड आई नो कि आप सब इसको फॉलो करेंगे। लेकिन एक बात जो कि मैं कहना चाहूंगा वो ये है कि इस वीडियो को शेयर जरूर कीजिएगा, क्योंकि जब वीडियो शेयर होती है तो हमें लगता है कि वी आर बीइंग रिवॉर्डेड। Let's discuss the MCQs from the past papers, and we are going to discuss first from science papers. The world as I see it is Einstein's this point of view: political, personal, scientific, legal. This is 2018. The ideals which inspired Einstein were education, success, and goodness; truth, goodness, and education; truth, goodness, and beauty; truth, goodness, and peace. The statement "a man can do as he will, but not will as he will," spoken by Schopenhauer, is either an romantic statement, optimistic statement, pessimistic statement, or realistic statement. Albert Einstein is regarded as the greatest mathematical chemist, scientist, physicist, geologist. According to Albert Einstein, the sound sense of nations has been corrupted by electronic media, political parties, schools, and the press, universities. Einstein believes that every man should be respected as an individual and no man be criticized, idolized, demoralized, and symbolized. ये बहुत दफा MCQ आया है, 2011 में, 13 में, 14 में, and in the last paper of English that was 2019. आप पॉज कर लें अपनी वीडियो को, और वीडियो पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स को लिख लीजिए, और फिर उसके बाद वीडियो को रिज्यूम करके इसके करेक्ट आंसर्स सुन लीजिए। पहले का है पर्सनल, सेकंड का आंसर है ट्रुथ, गुडनेस एंड ब्यूटी, थर्ड का आंसर है पेसिमिस्टिक स्टेटमेंट, फोर्थ का है मैथमेटिकल फिजिसिस्ट, फिफ्थ का है स्कूल एंड प्रेस, सिक्स का राइट आंसर है आइडोलाइज्ड। Albert Einstein's political ideal is dictatorship, democracy, communism, socialism. According to Einstein, the first thing we can experience is science, technology, the atomic bomb, the mysterious. Albert Einstein considered war a contemptible thing, a strange thing, a necessity, cigarette box. पॉज करके पहले आप इसे सॉल्व कर लें, फिर सुन लें। 7 का राइट आंसर है डेमोक्रेसी, 8 का राइट आंसर है मिस्टीरियस, शायद मिस्ट्री होना चाहिए था ये। एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन कंसीडर्ड वॉर अ कंटेम्प्टेबल थिंग। चलते हैं कॉमर्स के पेपर्स की तरफ, और इसमें पहला MCQ है: आई कंसीडर दैट प्लेन लिविंग इज गुड फॉर एवरीबॉडी फिजिकली एंड मेंटली. इट वाज सेड बाय ऑस्कर वाइल्ड, बर्नार्ड रसेल, Albert Einstein, Frank Arthur. According to Einstein, each of us is here for a brief life sojourn, duration, tenure. The political idea of Einstein is autocracy, bureaucracy, democracy, theocracy. Einstein considered war a strong thing, necessity, loss, mean, and contemptible thing. The first thing that we can experience is the incredulous, concrete, mysterious, abstract. Albert Einstein believed in socialism, democracy, autocracy, communism. The World as I See It was written by Oscar Wilde, Bernard Russell, Albert Einstein, Frank Arthur. Pause the video, write down your answers, and then resume it so that you can check your answers. And here are the correct ones. सुन लीजिए, पहले का आंसर है एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन, दूसरे का है सोजर्न, थर्ड का है डेमोक्रेसी, फोर्थ का है mean and contemptible, फिफ्थ का है mysterious, सिक्स्थ का है democracy, रिपीट हुआ ये, और सेवेंथ का है एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन. The ideals which lighted Einstein on his way and have been truth, goodness, and honesty, beauty, reality, modesty. Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics, statistics, statistics, mathematics, astronomy. A man can do as he will, but not will as he will has been an inspiration to Einstein, Russell, Schopenhauer, Galsworthy. The political idea of Einstein was autocracy, bureaucracy, democracy, theocracy. According to Einstein, the best form of government is communism, monarchy, dictatorship, democracy. The renowned philosopher Schopenhauer was Chinese, German, Russian, American. The political idea of Einstein is autocracy, bureaucracy, democracy, theocracy. Einstein considered property, outward success, and luxury as a thing which is contemptible, strange, fantastic, fascinating. And the last one is Einstein believes that every man should be respected as an individual and no man be criticized, idealized, demoralized, and symbolized. पॉज करके पहले आप खुद से इसको सॉल्व करना, फिर उसके बाद इसे रिज्यूम करके सुन लीजिए. And here are the right answers. The ideals which lighted Einstein on his way have been truth, goodness, and beauty. 9 का आंसर है physics. 10 का आंसर है Einstein. 11 का है democracy. 12 का आंसर है democracy. 13 का है German. 14 का है democracy. 15 का है contemptible. 16 का है idealized. ये चैप्टर वैसे भी आपके लिए बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसकी वजह यह है कि यहां से बहुत सारे एमसीक्यूज पूछे गए हैं, आपने देखा पास पेपर्स में, तो इसकी तैयारी अच्छे से कीजिएगा, गौर से सुनिएगा और होपफुली के वीडियो आपके बड़े काम की होगी, आपको इसने बड़ा हेल्प आउट किया होगा. अगर आपको लगता है कि दिस वीडियो हैज हेल्प यू आउट सो मच, तो आप इसको शेयर जरूर कीजिएगा अपने दोस्तों के साथ, अपने क्लास फेलोज के साथ. अगली वीडियो में किसी में मुलाकात होगी, तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, सर को दुआ में याद रखिएगा. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अल्लाह हाफिज.